More Bedwars. Filming in the same night as some other Bedwars videos.
Yeah,
Just getting a lot
last
of
Bedwars round because
probably
it was
last
too
Bedwars
hard
round. It is very late, so this will probably be the video I upload first. Actually, even though this is being recorded after a second video, which you'll see later.
And then, if you hypothesize the hypotenuse of the
if you hypnotize my hypotenuse, you'll see.
You'll see that this. Oh my god! I had to get up and stretch. I'm not even moving right now.
I forgot you had to get back on your keyboard.
Oh, Mo, what are you doing?
Yes. What is today's story going to be about, Zay?
There's a lot of stories I'd like to share, but it's just airing out dirty laundry. So.
Yeah, well, we need something funny, not traumatic.
Need something funny, not fucking.
Yeah, funny, not traumatic.
Huh. Okay, let's see. There was the time where we went to Sandusky.
Sandusky?
Yeah, the theme park.
Oh, Cedar. Yeah, we went to Cedar Point?
Point? Yeah, I think it's Cedar Point.
We did. We went to Cedar Point. It was a senior class field trip, which we planned our junior year when we were in charge of the student government, which is a whole other story of my time. You want to hear me do a Bedwars commentary about our history with student elected positions of all different kinds.
Politics.
I'll make one, but that's besides the point of the story. We can't get off track. Shit, what the fuck was even the story? Oh, Cedar Point. Well, we planned it, and we went all the way fucking to Ohio on a big bus for senior trips. I don't know if that's like a common thing that happens everywhere, but we had senior trips. It is. And this trip, some ludicrous. This trip could be made into like 18 stories with all the stupid shit that happened on this trip. We were only there for like a day, if that, or whatever. But if you've ever been to Cedar Point, it's actually ridiculously overpriced. Everything you do in Cedar Point is actually $1 million a piece.
Yeah, so if you want to take a piss, it's $1 million.
You have to pay $5,000. The reason I bring this up is because I'm still sore, Zay. I'm still upset about the fucking dinosaur. So there's mini game, like it's carnival games at an amusement park. I know. Yeah. And one of the prizes was a big fucking dinosaur. Now my parents gave me a little bit of money for this because obviously it was a senior in high school. I mean, it's not like I had fucking money or anything, but I spent all of it on trying to win this stupid fucking dinosaur. God damn which I never did win. And I want to know that I ran through this. We had to shoot down bottles. It was 3 bottles. You had to shoot one shot and get them all 3 knocked down, or something along those lines. Anyway, I do it over and over and over again. I'm telling you, I think I did this thing like 8 or 9 times of me just straight ridiculous. Up. And I lost every time. So I'm out of money. I'm done. I didn't get the fucking dinosaur. I spent all my money that I was supposed to buy food and shit with. Except for like a couple bucks, I think I ended up spending somewhere. Yeah,
because I remember you were like starving, and we were all feeding you what we had throughout the day.
I ate the scraps of what everybody else had throughout the day. They didn't want any more, all because I fought for this fucking dinosaur that I didn't even get.
Dude, and I also during that same time when he's trying to get this fucking dinosaur, I go to this. I think it was coin toss? No, not coin toss, but ring toss maybe. And it was Squishmallows. So I was like, okay, I win a Squishmallow. I win it on the first try and come back.
Yeah,
like, guys.
I'm still working on that stupid fucking dinosaur, which I never get. I leave the dinosaur stand. Behind me is like a 2-year-old. And this was not. This was throwing, right? This wasn't like shooting like I thought. This was a throw.
Yeah,
threw a ball.
You had to hit it. You had to hit it.
This kid fucking gets it first try. All 3. Immediately right behind me. And when I tell you that I never wanted to kick a 2-year-old's teeth in more, Then in that
It was
moment,
at that point.
I don't even see, my whole memory of the fucking whole trip is warped based on the stupid fucking dinosaur. The only other thing I remember is that I got told to go on a spinny ride 3 or 4 times in a row, and I got sick because spinny rides get me fucked up. Roller coasters are fun as shit. Spinny rides get me fucked up. But that's the first story from fucking Cedar Point that we should tell. Another story from Cedar Point is the first fucking ride we got on when we got there. You remember the first ride we got on when we got there, Zay?
I think it was it one of the smaller ones, because I know the big one where you said that's another. I want you to tell that story.
The big one? Oh,
yeah.
No, the first one we got on was the one that spun, and we went really high in the air.
Yeah, that freaked me the fuck out because I was like getting so sick.
Dude, that ride, because we got there, and was this? Did we have to get sectioned off into groups, or did we just kind of break off with?
No, they basically did our own thing. Teachers just said stay in groups, like don't, because our English teacher, we were close with her, and so she was just like, just stay with your guys' little clique there, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, so we basically break off in our own groups. So, not all of us have been to like amusement parks before. I've been to a couple when I was like younger, and I love roller coasters, but spinny rides get me screwed up. So we were like all collectively thinking, because you have to wait in line, so you have to strategize what rides you want to go to and what rides you don't want to go to. You have to really
but apparently some of the girls went to all of them.
Okay, I still don't believe them.
Yeah, I don't either, because they're like, we were at all of them twice.
We strategized it out to get the best possible plan, but then we ended up just winging it because immediately, as soon as we were done with one, circumstances changed, and like the line would be a bit bigger or something.
But yeah, the spinny ride, it was fun though, but I don't like how much it swung. I felt like I was gonna fucking fly off of it at any time.
Yeah, so the first ride we pick is this big fucking, I don't know how to describe it. There's a name for
it. Picture like a swing. Just picture a giant swing, but the swing is a circle.
Yeah, pretty much. And it flies and it spins and it takes you really close to the ground. It's open, so like you're facing the ground. And we see this from a distance when we first get there because it's a big park. And so that's what we decide we're gonna do.
So all I remember is I was like, because I get motion sick really easily, like on shit like that, not in cars and stuff, but just, especially when I get spun around, stomach problems anyway. But I remember getting on that thing, and they're like, "Oh right, everyone's strapped in." They're coming around, they're like tugging on your straps and everything.
Yeah, they're fucking jerking our straps off.
Mine felt extremely loose.
They all did. They all felt like they were about to fucking fly off.
I was like, I remember asking the dude, I was like, "Is this alright? Is this okay?" He's like, "Yeah, it's alright. It's like, it's how they are, I guess." And I was scared the entire ride. I was like, "Yeah, this is it. I'm flying off this fucking thing, shooting 1,000,000 miles through the air, and splatting on the concrete." And what's funny is, before doing so, our English teacher had mentioned that people have died there before, so that was also running through my mind.
True. I mean, we got the full story later, but at the time, you're just kind of like dicking around, and you just hear that, and then you're going on this fucking. So this ride, when we see it from a distance, it doesn't look bad. This looks this is a great introduction. It's a big enough ride that we're not going to be bored.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's why we went with it, right?
Because we went with it because we were like, this seems like the perfect medium of what we want to do and what we feel like we should do. And so that we picked that ride because it looked fine, like doable. And the closer you get to it, because Cedar Point is so big, that's just the fucking bigger it gets. So you start walking,
skyscraper.
You start walking up on it, and it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger because the line's so long that you're already in the line. Like by the time we're halfway through the line, me and Zay are looking at each other like, "Wait a minute, I don't know about this, buddy." And we get in, and you got these happy fucking go lucky, probably college kids going, "All right, ride, and here's your strap it in. And all I hear is Zay's like, mine feels loose. And then the fucking thing launches as soon as he says it. He goes, mine feels loose. And it's fucking off. And
mine feels loose. Fucking dies.
And so we're just screaming. And the way it works is it kind of turns when you're doing it. So it'll go from like you'll just kind of spin. You'll be on the outside.
You'll be on the spinning. You're
barreling towards the ground at Mach 80. It's spinning you as well. So it's spinning you, and you'll be at the top, and so you'll look down on everybody else going towards the bottom. And so we get on that fucking ride, and we fucking turn around, we start spinning. It's just it's fucking chaos. Everybody who we got on the ride with, who were feeling so confident, all of our friends are fucking bellowing. There was like tears rolling. They're like, what the fuck? We fucked up. This is fucking scary, or something, or along the lines. And I am there with my eyes tight, and I just feel the wind. And every time I open them, because my girlfriend Kat, who has been on stream and in a couple of the VODs I've uploaded before, is with me. Kat's very light. And so every time I did open my eyes, all I saw was Kat fucking barreling. Like, every time it came down, she'd, like, lift up out of her seat and just kind of get caught by the fucking straps.
Dude.
And so we're just there. All of our friends are screaming and hooting and talking about how we're going to die. We just got told somebody died on this thing. And so we're all pretty comfortable with the idea that this is how we die. And obviously it wasn't true, but the fucking poor decision we made to go on that ride first, because I still think that was the scariest.
The starter ride.
There was two other rides that we went on.
The one I felt was the scariest was, I'll tell this one. So this was a roller coaster. This wasn't like a swing ride or anything. It was a roller coaster, and it's up there with one of the biggest roller coasters in America. And I forget how tall the tallest point was, but it's so tall that I couldn't breathe. Like, the anxiety was just in my chest. And so the way this thing works is, at first it's just like a little, it's slow, and then it starts slowly pulling you up this incline. And the entire time, I just remember Hunter and myself, we're trying to like joke it out. We're trying to just, humor was our ally at that point. And so
is this the one that I was already sick for?
Yeah. And so we're getting closer to the top, and my heart's sinking. And
God, yeah.
We as soon as we get to the top, it starts creeping down, and then it stops, and we're facing on a straight up and down, about 300 feet up in the air. And Hunter, right before the best comedic timing in the world, right before it drops, he says, "Eat my ass," while there's like kids on the fucking roller coaster, and everyone laughed, and then boom, we just dropped like a fucking bullet.
Oh my fucking god, dude, that shit was fucking awful.
I remember when me and you got off, we were basically hyperventilating. I know I couldn't breathe at all. My heart was in my chest, or in my stomach, like it was fucking terrible. And I think that was the last ride we went on. Because we went on one before that, and it was the one where you hung. Like, it was a roller coaster, but you hung from the actual bar itself.
Yeah.
That's the one where the dude died too, trying to get his phone, and he got knocked the fuck out by the hanging feet of people.
Oh my god, yeah. That was the one where the guy died, right?
Yeah. It's one of them. I think 2 or 3 people have died there before. But I know for a fact that was one of them, because I remember seeing a TikTok about it like a couple weeks after we went there. And it was like, a man at Sandusky, Ohio, at Cedar Point, died retrieving his phone on one of the rides. And I was like, that's literally a fucking picture perfect photo of what we were just on.
Dude.
So
every fucking place we went in Cedar Point was like worse than the last in its own unique way. Each of them had their own shitty element that really, obviously, some were like better than others because they were just scary, which I guess is kind of the point. But
Yeah.
one of them, so this was one of the first ones we went on. Was I guess because I don't, was there like a map or something that had like,
Yeah. I remember we stood around it for like 15 minutes trying to plot out what we
yeah, and we
wanted
were
to
like,
do.
oh, where do we want to go? So we spent forever, and eventually we're just like, all right, come on, we're done. We're picking something, we're doing something. Let's do it right now.
Yeah.
So that's what we end up doing or whatever. The method of which we end up picking. And so we do that or whatever. And so we end up on this fucking first one, which is like, I guess the oldest or something, or a very old one.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem with this one compared to the other ones is that this one is fucking rickety as shit.
Oh, that's Cryer Freeze. Oh, yeah.
And it fucking hurts. Like, it was fun, but it was kind of like free falling. It was like the lesser version of the one that our feet were dangling from. It was like to a lesser extent. And dude, every fucking little turn, like fucking literally rocked your fucking skull. That shit hurt. It wasn't even that like rambunctious or wild. It was just painful. And so we go immediately. So we get there. We go immediately from the shithole fucking flying chasm of death that we all agree was a bad call, immediately into the like one of the oldest roller coasters. I don't know why we thought it was a good idea either. Fucking crotchety ass old,
it was bad.
Broken
it was
coaster
bad.
that throws you everywhere. Now I love Cedar Point. Don't get me wrong. I had a lot of fun there. Maybe just because the people I was with, but also it was just a fun time. But some of those coasters, man, particularly the ones where they were fucking ancient. Could use a little renovating, all right? When I'm on a roller coaster, personally, I do it for the thrill and all that good stuff. I don't do it to see my fucking knees rip out of my fucking knee skin because we're going so fucking sharp around a turn that the fucking old hinges rattle me in my stationary seat till my fucking head is bouncing off both sides of me and I hit the person next to me and the other side of me. Because we rode in threes, and me, Zay, and Kat went together.
Yeah.
And so... And obviously, whose ever fucking bright idea it was to put me in the middle, my head just kept going back and forth in between them and clocking them each right in the head and me. Over and over and over again. And so I just keep getting fucking clobber knocked.
What I got right here.
But yeah, so that was one of them. How many did we almost went on all of them? Which one did we miss? It was only like one. And I probably wasn't going to go on it anyway, because by the end of the night, through all my fucking pails, injuries, and fucking near-death experiences, I was like fucking just hurting more than anything.
I need help back here. I need help back here.
Come here. Got one.
The other one's going back to our base.
Yeah, that shit was kind of nuts. Cedar
That
Point,
shit
very
was
fun.
crazy.
Very fun. Very painful. Sometimes the spinnies make you ill.
I just know one of the rides I ate a fucking whole bowl of chili fries, and it was just sloshing around in my fucking tummy.
Yeah, some of the food there was good too. The Cedar Point, all in all, fucking fun place.
Fuck yeah.
Good people and all that stuff. Fucking insane times though. But that's it for us. We are going to go, and you'll probably be seeing this soon. Actually, probably first before the other video is recorded. If you even see the other one at all, I gotta do some editing. But
Yeah.
we'll see you guys in another episode of something. We'll do something.
Something or another.
Bye.
Bye bye.